Ahoy, mates! I am the River Pirate. Welcome to my channel, the River Pirate 13. Please stab that subscribe button. Today, we're going to have a special guest. She comes right straight out of the British Empire. So, and she's a rum expert. So, I suggest you all hold fast. Shafar. Ahoy, mates. Again, I'm the River Pirate. And today I have a special guest of Instagram fame, quite an influencer. You might know her as Kate's Rum Life. And I'm very excited to get the perspective of someone in the UK regarding rum. And so with further ado, she's going to tell us what rum we're going to be reviewing today, and a little bit about herself, and we'll get started. All right, Kate, you take it away.
Thank you, River Pirates. So, yes, very pleased to say I'm going to be reviewing Appleton Estate 12-year-old today, which I know you're also a fan of, so that would be good to get some shared views on it. And just, a little bit about myself. I live in England. I've lived here all my life, but I haven't been into rum all my life. No surprise there. Just the last few years, become a really big fan. Really enjoyed learning about all the different expressions. I've got a certification level 1 WSET in spirits as well to make sure I really understood about the processes. And then really the rest of the time I spend drinking the stuff and enjoying it. And just really getting to understand it, getting to understand what I enjoy, and sharing really information and tastes, I guess, with existing rum fam, but also hoping to bring new people into the rum family. So a little bit about me, but you know a little bit about me, as I know a little bit about you too, River Pirate.
So what is it that we're going to be, if Appleton Estates 12, what's different about it? I have a bottle, I got one. My bottle looks different than the one you have in the UK. Label is a little bit, I think it's because us in the colonies don't do proper English anymore. So they have to kind of dumb it down for everybody. So yours looks way fancier than mine. So what's special?
I can tell you a little bit about that. It's actually a newer bottling and newer labels. They've all taken on the new shape. So the signature, the 8-year-old as well. So it's pretty much the same juice, just a bit of a facelift on the presentation front. But this is, I think, the same as yours in terms of, this is the rare blend, aged 12 years. And it's a mighty fine rum.
Did Joyce Spence sign yours? Because she signed mine.
Oh, well, you know.
I don't think that's really her signature, but, you know, hey.
I mean, far be it from me to go for one-upmanship, but, you know. So I thought we'd begin by just sort of talking a little bit about the rum itself. Obviously trying some, because we can't sit here and just talk about rum without actually drinking it.
And I haven't opened mine yet, so let me pop it. There we go. You hear that?
That's a good sound.
And it's got like this really cool, like almost wooden, I don't know if you can see it. It's like a wooden trim on it. And then this part is kind of, it's not a real cork. It's rubber. But hey, you know, but I like the gold on it. I mean, this is a pretty.
That is nice.
That's very
nice. This has got a screw cap, but we'll move on from that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, you know, hey, I just thought, wow, holy cow.
It did come in this very nice tube.
Oh, see that? Mine did not come in that. That's all right. You just one up me then. Okay, we're all even now.
Okay, so a little bit just about rum, a little bit about Appleton's estate as well. This is a 12-year-old aged rum. So when it says 12, that means that the youngest aged rum in there will be 12. So there may be some that are, it's blended, so there'll be some that are a few perhaps older than 12 as well. But it means that we can at least guarantee that the youngest in there is 12. It's 43%, so a standard sort of issue here is usually about 40%, so it's just a little bit higher in terms of ABV. And I believe that this particular 12-year-old was previously known as the 12-year-old extra. So everything goes through different iterations, but this is what we're drinking now. Appleton's estate, everyone knows it's a Jamaican estate, it's a Jamaican rum. Great pedigree as well. So this is a distillery that's been going since 1749, has evolved over the years, but it's really up there in terms of worldwide recognition. So I think before we do anything else, it's time to take a sniff and a sip. So we'll take cheers, a sniff together.
Oh, the fancy glass you have. I have this pirate one, so as we drink it and we gulp it down. We don't really sip it, but anyway.
I tell you what, if I had a pirate glass, I'd be drinking out of a pirate glass now. So lovely smell, right on the nose. You've got, it's a sort of creamy smell, lovely creamy smell. And the more you sniff, you get the different, it smells slightly nutty, getting a sort of caramel sweetness, which kind of just smooths over the spiciness that comes through as well. But for me, it's that creaminess that comes through and it makes you want to just take a sip.
It's very pleasant. It smells really good. It's got almost like I don't know if it's just me, but it's almost got like a charred oak, a little bit smell to it. Almost
yeah.
Is that the molasses, I guess? Is that what I'm smelling?
Yeah, but partly molasses, also because it's aged in oak barrels as well. You're going to get that oak coming through, which gives it that sort of, that lovely flavour. And talking of lovely flavour, I think we should progress to sipping some now as well.
Cheers! Let's have some.
Cheers.
Very nice.
It is, isn't it? There's no denying it. So creaminess, the creaminess that you can smell, for me, that continues through. There's a lovely rich creaminess to it. That continues through. You've got that dark sort of unctuous taste, which it makes me think of the sort of rum that you'd want to soak raisins in, if you know what I mean. It's that sort of lovely, lovely, lovely flavour. Buttery, biscuity flavours coming through, as well as a spiciness.
And I don't know if I'm mistaken, but I kind of almost taste almost like vanilla, like this hint of vanilla in it. It just, it's wonderful. It tastes so good. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it reminds me a bit of like creme brulee.
Yes, creme brulee, that's it.
Yeah, you've got that sort of almost like a creme anglaise or custardy, creamy, vanilla-y taste. And then with that sort of lovely burnt sugary flavour coming through as well. Really tasty.
And the surprising thing is, I always hear how Jamaican rum is, they use the word funky, or as a funky taste, but to me, this isn't funky at all. This is very pleasant. It's what I would expect rum to taste like, or at least I would hope to.
Yeah, you're completely right. Usually Jamaican rums, well known for their high ester offerings. You know, the sort of one where you open the rum the other side of the room and immediately, you know, the whole room is full of that smell, and you take a sip of it and it smacks you around the chops before you've even got the flavour, which is great. And I have got quite a few Jamaican rums behind me that I really enjoy. And this one I feel is more balanced. It has got that suggestion of the funk coming through, but it's a lot more balanced, as I said, with the sort of that unctuous, vanilla-y smoothness that you were commenting on as well. It really just sets it off and means it's very drinkable at the end of the day.
And you said it was minimum 12 years. So, but I never understood when they give me the minimum. What's when they blend it? What's the maximum amount? Is there any idea knowing, or Or you just well, it's over 12. It could be 18, could be 25, heck, it could be 50, who knows?
I think probably that much higher, they'll be saving it for the 25-year-old or whatever. But yeah, I would say probably you can rely on there being minimum 12, probably up to about 15 in there. Yeah, I think they just have to, for legal reasons. I know the industry is getting a lot more. Is putting a lot more thought into how they describe what they're actually producing on the labels. So at one time, you know, it was a little misleading sometimes, and you think you're buying one thing, you're actually buying something slightly different. But yeah, the 12-year-old guarantees that there's nothing younger than 12-year-olds rum in there. So it's a sort of a catch-all. And because it's blended as well, they've got to make sure that they're producing the consistency time and time again, and being able to have that flexibility to blend and get the flavors right to make sure that they're bringing out. If you buy a bottle this week, if you go and buy another bottle next week, which to be fair, I might need to, you know you're getting the same rum. You're not going to get something different. So it does give some flexibility, and that helps bring the balance also.
How much does, I'm just like curious, what does it cost to buy Appleton Estate 12 in the UK? What do they normally charge for it?
Well, I mean, if you're a savvy rum buyer, you're always looking out for a bargain. But generally speaking, you'll find a bottle of this available for anything between sort of, I would guess, around I'm just trying to think what I've seen it for most recently. Anything from, I guess, 35 to 43 pounds. As I said, depending on where and when you buy it. But it's, you know, for what it is, for a 12-year-old really decent rum, that is a really good price. And it's, as you start getting up the, you know, the older, more aged bottles, it really does the prices start to hike. So for me, this is a really great price point. This and the Appleton's 8, the 8-year-old from Appleton Estate is also very good.
Yeah, I think this bottle of mine, I think it set me back $39.99 US.
Okay.
And then the 8 runs about $29.99 US, maybe somewhere around there. And then they've got another one that they sell that's Appleton, some kind of blend. It doesn't have an age number on it at all, and that's really almost at the entry level. It's around like $20, and it's good, but it's more like a mixer. I mean, this tastes like really. I mean, this is obviously a real rum. This is a sipper. I'm curious though, and this is another question I've got. I've always wanted to know the answer to this. In the UK with rum, I know you sip it neat, but do you ever put ice in it?
It all gets very controversial around that. A lot of people would argue you don't put ice in because it changes the whole dynamic of the rum. I quite like a bit of ice every now and again. It makes it slightly cooler, a longer sipper. You know, there's certain people that condemn me for that. I don't care. But sometimes with the one that I do understand more, having tried some of them, is if you're having a really high ABV rum where, you know, you're up into the high 50s or into the 60%, adding a drop of water quite often, it allows all the flavors just to separate out slightly. So rather than getting this one hit, it allows you to just experience the different layers and flavors within the rum a little bit more and actually savor it. But it's literally just a drop of water. But yeah, I'd have ice. Probably not in this because I just like it as it is. But you know, the whole point of rum is you know what you like, but understand what you're drinking. For me, this is good as it is, or in a cocktail.
Oh, absolutely. And my other question I've always wanted to know the answer to is, I know the perception is that if you're in the UK, you have gin and probably Irish whiskey would be my guess. but rum is one of those things that I don't think us in the colonies always associate with the UK, but it's very popular there. I mean, I've seen your posts, and there's some fantastic rums that are in the UK that I never tried, but it looks great. But how does Appleton stack up to the rums that you've tried in the UK or from Scotland or Ireland?
That's a really valid question, and I think that's one of the joys for me. I'm not a gin drinker, and I never really have been. It's not for me. Do you like a bit of whiskey, Irish whiskey in particular? You know, last night I was having a redbreast 12-year-old, beautiful, beautiful Irish whiskey. And that's a little bit how I came into rum. But we are spoilt here. There are a lot of options. We have obviously a lot of the imported rums, so particularly Jamaican ones. You know, we're spoilt for choice, and give or take every now and again we can just pick it up online. It's no problem. But we have got a lot of distilleries opening up here as well. So both in England in particular, and Wales and Scotland, we've got some award-winning distilleries opened up now, which are from scratch. So they're starting with the very raw ingredients, taking it all the way through the fermentation distillation process, and different types of expressions, bottlings that they're creating as well. Really great brands there. So we've got a lot to feel really, I think, quite privileged and excited about even here. But yeah, Appleton's for me is a absolute joy. No pun in, yeah, every pun intended.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. So, Kate, tell about your Instagram account. You know, your Instagram. What are you planning on coming up on your Instagram? Because, like I said, she does a tremendous. I emphasize the word tremendous job of showing all these great rums and things that she does. And you're part of some kind of rum society over there or something. What is that? Yeah.
So as well as Kate's Rum Life, which is my own sort of, I guess, rum page blog. Also a part of Rum Social UK with two rummy friends. We again, it's the three of us promoting rums. It's not for money, but just for the sheer love of it. Promoting opportunities as well, where, you know, if we know rum brands are going to be at an event, you know, go along to this, try some rums. We've done a bar takeover ourselves in person, and we've also done a virtual online thing. So again, it's just about, it's an education piece. It's sharing, you know, what we know and what we really enjoy with everyone. And yeah, in fact, I've got there's one I'm going to on Wednesday, so watch this space. There'll be more stuff coming up. I'll be going to very lucky to have a rum bar very near me called Milk in Reading, and they've got over 130 rums there. And yes, and Pete Holland is leading a Dawley's session on Wednesday there. So we'll be trying all the different Dawleys and Dawley related cocktails, and hearing from Pete himself about the brand and about the different rums. So that's going to be good.
Hope they're not mad about Barbados like getting out of the British Empire.
Hey, you know, it keeps happening. I've actually had Caribbean holidays where I've you know, landed just as they're starting to celebrate. Yes, this is the day we liberated ourselves from the British tyranny, and it's like, oh yeah, I feel really
the old tyranny. Yeah. Oh my goodness, too funny. All right, I gotta do my pirate joke. So
okay.
You know, sit tight. You're allowed to tell this joke to anybody. They'll probably just give you a blank stare and go, "Where'd you hear that dumb joke from?" But anyway, they'll tell you that anyways. Okay. Where do pirates go to drink?
Oh, am I allowed to have a guess?
Go ahead, guess.
Okay, I'm guessing there's a R in there somewhere. No?
No, they didn't actually say that. That's Disney.
Okay.
But anyways,
Go on, tell me.
they go to the sandbar.
Right.
I didn't say it was a good joke. I just said it was a pirate joke.
I thought you were going to say, oh, they go to the rum bar.
No, they don't.
Okay.
They go to the sandbar. But anyways, or they wrecked their ship on it like Norwegian just did. And then they had to cancel like a zillion cruises because, they got to find someone who can, weld aluminum. Back in the pirate day, we would just take another ship. So wasn't a big deal. But yeah.
One quick thing to share also is just about the Appleton Estate 12 is makes a very fine Mai Tai. So really, really, because it's a quality rum, comes through. I've mixed it up with a few other Jamaican rums as well, along with the standard other ingredients. It's on my Insta page if people want to go and have a little look. And it makes a mighty fine Mai Tai. My type of Mai Tai.
I have the same problem when I drink a Mai Tai. I start not being able to talk anymore.
I know.
And I like the tiki cup. That looks epic. Good stuff. Oh, that's great. Well, I appreciate Kate doing this rum review with you. I mean, that was a perfect rum you picked. I'm a big fan of Appleton, and I haven't really tried, not this particular one. I mean, I've had Appleton, don't get me wrong, but this one here was a good choice. And man, this is a great, I see why you like it so much. It is so good. It is just spot on, just absolutely delicious. So, anyways, I don't have anything else for you, unless you have anything else you want to. No, good stuff.
Thank you very much for having me, and I feel honoured to have had the opportunity. And let's keep sipping the rum and spreading the rum love.
Yeah, we'll have to do another one of these collabs. I feel like I'm talking to like an expert, and you're like answering every question I've ever had about rum that I can never get the answer because Google can only do you so much. Yeah. So it's kind of how that works. And anyways, thank you again. I deeply appreciate you being on my video here. And everybody else, check out Instagram. Like I said, you will learn a lot. I know you all think that all the YouTuber rum reviewers are all like, all there is. You got to go out to IG because there's even more. And some of them are just, I've learned so much that I didn't know before. And it's just kind of like, as Kate named hers, it's kind of like a journey. You find out, you just try to learn about rum, and you've learned something new you didn't know. And Kate's rum life, how can you miss that? That tells me right away what she's going to be talking about. So anyways, I appreciate it, and have a great day. And hope it's a great day in the UK.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll talk soon.
Excellent.
And then I'll say, Shafar!